Red button means we're live. A casual take with your boy Stephen Pepper here to give a take off my chest. So the Chargers, whoa, they just get rocked at Houston in the wild card game yesterday. Surprise, surprise, as someone who took the Chargers 32-12. But what's even more surprise, is my guy Herbert. Someone who I've been pounding on the table is an upper echelon tier one quarterback. He completes just 43% of his balls, one touchdown, but 4 picks and 4 sacks. Ugh. So what I'm going to say is going to hurt me, but I had to tell the truth. I can't excuse this any longer. Justin Herbert is like that kid who can get into most bars because his fake ID looks really good and he looks old enough to begin with. But as soon as that place brings out the scanner and the flashlight, he's cooked. He's going to get denied. But for a while, it was fine because all of his friends were underage. So they just kept going to the same bars. But as soon as they turned 21, he could no longer go to the places that they wanted to go. And that's how I feel about Justin Herbert today, if this makes any sense. Because when I watch him, he can just make some incredible layered throws, or I can just look at his build alone, like 6'6", 230. This guy's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But when it's been time to take the test of the playoffs, he's failed not once, but twice, miserably. Road favorites to some good AFC, but not great South teams. And one game he blows a 27-0 lead. And the other game, he has 4 picks. Yikes. But at first, it was okay because outside of Patrick Mahomes, what quarterback his age was doing anything of note? But in a year where it feels like his peers have clearly separated from the rest of the league, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, what has Herbert proved that he can get into the same club as those guys in those conversations? 5 years, just one Pro Bowl, and really no big wins. He's leaving a lot to be desired. And it hurts because I'm a big Herbert guy, but that was his opportunity to get his get back in the playoffs. So people don't call you a playoff dropper and just a regular season merchant. To prove that, hey, I'm Justin Herbert. I'm going to go in as the favorite and get it done. And out of 214 quarterbacks in the playoffs of the last 10 seasons, to rank 213th, you're second to last out of 214th in EPA per pass play in a single performance. Only Brian Hoyer is worse. Brian Hoyer conversations. It sucks. Oh, but his wide receivers were bad. Oh, his offensive line. Dude, I'm done with the excuses. The excuses, the ifs. Hypothetical man cannot hypothetical himself out of these conversations. These have to be made. Because it would be one thing if he were to play that game and he were just to ball out, but he still lost, but he balls out and they just lose on some, Quinn Johnson drops the game, losing touchdown. No, that didn't happen. He was a disaster. He was. He threw 4 picks. You can't excuse 4 picks. He had the same supporting cast all season and threw 3 interceptions on the year. He had more in that game than the entire regular season. And it's not like his defense didn't show up because they did. Not once, but twice. In his 2 playoff games, they forced 8 turnovers. And he's choked both games in the second half, twice. Chargers in the playoffs, according to StatMuse, with Justin Herbert, before the 2-minute warning in the first half, they're up 33-0. But after the 2-minute warning, they are outscored 63-9. And here's Justin Herbert in total in the playoffs, just completing 51% of his passes, just 2 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, no wins. And this is coming, guys, from a Justin Herbert defender. But you're completing just 51% of your balls, double the interceptions. It's like the bouncer tried to scan your ID, it didn't work. Not only did they ask for your middle name, you're too drunk, you can't remember, but they asked for your zip code, but you can't remember that because you've got a fake ID in Wyoming. Who knows a zip code in Wyoming? This is coming from a big Justin Herbert guy who, since day one, I've been pounding. Look at the build. Look at the mobility. Look at the arm strength, the fastball, the angles. This guy has what it takes to easily be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And for a while, I held on to it because outside of Mahomes was just winning Super Bowls and the MVPs. Lamar was choking away. Allen wasn't winning much. Joe Burrow only had like 1 Pro Bowl. But in a year where like all these guys are all pros or Pro Bowlers, and Justin Herbert's left with another playoff disaster, You can't make up hypotheticals to explain why he belongs in the Joe Burrow or the Lamar Jackson conversations anymore. He's going to have to prove it in the coming seasons. He's got 1 Pro Bowl, 0 for 2 in the playoffs. You can't hypothetical your way out of this. And I love Justin Herbert. But man, was I just... He said after the game, Justin Herbert, that he let the team down. You can't turn the ball over like that and expect to win. I just have to be better. And he does. And I think until Justin Herbert in a regular season puts up gaudy numbers and then goes out in the playoffs and does that again, people are not going to respect him in these conversations. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate everyone for tuning in to this episode of A Casual Take. Follow my social media to stay updated on all things related to the show. Until next time, see you.